A bowling ball is not a solid sphere. Cut one open, and you'll find a dense, shaped weight block at its center, cast from resin and ceramic filler before the outer shell even exists. That hidden core alone determines whether a ball hooks violently or rolls dead straight. So how do you engineer something no one will ever see, from first pour to final polish, to perform exactly as designed? The outer surface of a modern bowling ball is a uniform, brightly colored sphere, but its behavior on the lane is determined entirely by what lies beneath. Until the mid-20th century, players rolled simple, solid spheres carved from dense tropical woods like lignum vitae, or molded from vulcanized rubber. Those early designs relied purely on surface texture and hand-thrown force to find the pocket. Today, the sport relies on highly engineered interiors. Beneath the glossy outer coverstock sits the weight block, a heavy, mathematically sculpted core. This hidden element acts as the ball's engine, shifting the internal mass and controlling how the sphere rotates, skids, and hooks. By altering this internal geometry, designers can dictate exactly how the ball transitions through the lane oil. The fabrication process begins inside a precision machined mold, long before the ball receives its outer shell. Liquid polyester resin serves as the base material, but on its own, plastic is too light to create a functional weight block. To build density, technicians blend the liquid resin with heavy, finely ground minerals like barium sulfate and calcium carbonate. This mixture is stirred inside a sealed vacuum chamber to pull out trapped air bubbles, ensuring the final casting contains no internal voids that could ruin the ball's balance. Once degassed, the dense, viscous slurry is poured directly into the mold, surrounding a small central pin. As the resin cures, a natural chemical reaction releases heat, initiating the cross-linking process that bonds the liquid molecules into a dense, solid mass with a specific gravity of roughly 2.5 grams per cubic centimeter. Mild heat inside a curing oven accelerates this hardening process, taking the core from a liquid state to a rigid, mathematically sculpted engine ready for the next phase of manufacturing. The shape of this cured core dictates how the ball behaves on the lane. A simple, flat, pancake-shaped core distributes weight evenly, causing a smooth and predictable path. More complex, asymmetric shapes concentrate mass away from the center. This geometry directly affects the moment of inertia, which is the physical resistance to spinning. Designers measure this behavior using the radius of gyration, or RG. A low RG core has its weight concentrated close to the center, making the ball spin faster and earlier. A high RG core keeps the mass near the outer edge, delaying the spin to store energy for a sharp turn down the lane. The difference between the high and low resistance axes, called the differential, determines the overall hook potential, translating physical geometry into direct on-lane performance. The cured core now moves to the Coverstock mold, a larger spherical cavity that will form the outer shell of the ball. Inside this mold, technicians position the heavy weight block to hang suspended in empty space. They rely on the thin polymer pin extending from the core's body. This pin locks into a designated slot on the mold wall, securing the core directly in the geometric center of the sphere. If the core shifts even a fraction of a millimeter, the final ball will be off balance, ruining its path down the lane. Suspended securely, the core is completely isolated within the empty space of the outer mold. This alignment ensures that when the liquid Coverstock resin is poured, it flows evenly around the entire structure, locking the weight block permanently inside a uniform outer shell. The outer shell, known as the Coverstock, is the ball's only point of contact with the lane. While the internal core acts as the engine, the chemistry of this outer layer determines how that energy is transferred to the oiled surface. Three primary polymer families dominate Coverstock design: plastic, urethane, and reactive resin. Polyester plastic is the smoothest option, offering a hard, non-porous surface. Its low surface energy creates minimal friction, allowing the ball to glide straight through oil, making it ideal for targeting spares. Urethane, a tougher polyurethane elastomer, introduces significantly more surface grip. It grabs the lane earlier, delivering a smooth, highly predictable hook. The most aggressive performance comes from reactive resin, which incorporates microscopic pores into the polyurethane matrix. These tiny voids actively absorb lane oil as the ball rolls, clearing a dry path for the polymer to grab the lane. This high-friction interaction produces a sharp, powerful back-end turn, showing how shell chemistry completely changes ball motion even when using the exact same internal core. Once the Coverstock cure completes, operators open the heavy mold to release the newly formed ball. What emerges is a dull, rough-textured sphere, still covered in thin seam lines from the casting process. It looks nothing like the polished product that will eventually slide down the lane. Yet on its matte surface, a single distinct feature stands out: a small, solid-colored circle of plastic. This is the outer tip of the polymer pin. During casting, this stem held the heavy weight block suspended in the exact center of the cavity. Now it remains permanently fused into the outer shell. It is not a decorative logo or a cosmetic flaw. Instead, the pin serves as a permanent map of the hidden engine inside, marking the exact location and orientation of the internal core's top axis. For the technicians who will shape and drill the ball, this tiny plastic mark is the only visible guide to an otherwise completely invisible interior, letting them align the ball's layout with the physical weight block hidden within. Operators mount the rough, seam-marked sphere onto a lathe. As the machine spins, a sharp carbide-tipped cutter advances to shave away the uneven outer crust. With each swift pass, the tool strips off thin ribbons of polymer, grinding down the molded excess to carve out a true, balanced sphere. The precise subtraction of material brings the raw shape into alignment with official competition limits. The final diameter must measure between 8.5 and 8.595 inches, adhering to a strict tolerance of just 1/1000th of an inch. Simultaneously, the carving determines the final mass of the ball, ensuring the weight does not exceed the legal limit of 16 pounds. At this stage, the rough casting officially becomes a legal bowling ball. To prepare the freshly carved sphere for the lanes, technicians subject the Coverstock to wet sanding with abrasive pads. They run the ball through progressively finer grits, starting at 300 to remove lathe lines, then moving up to 2000 grit. A lower grit leaves a matte, rough texture that grabs the lane early. Stepping up to 4000 grit and applying a liquid polishing compound creates a high-gloss finish that glides far down the lane before hooking. Once the surface is tuned, the factory work is complete. The blank ball then travels to a local pro shop. Here, a technician drills custom finger and thumb holes up to 1.5 inches in diameter. This post-factory step tailors the grip and balance to an individual bowler, turning a raw, manufactured product into a customized piece of personal equipment. At the final factory inspection gate, technicians place each ball on a coordinate measuring machine. This scanner verifies the sphere's roundness to a tolerance of 1/1000th of an inch. Next, a specialized scale measures the total static weight and internal balance, ensuring the offset parameters match strict sporting regulations. Inspectors run a gloss meter across the polished shell to verify the surface roughness is uniform. Once approved, the ball receives its protective packaging, leaving the assembly line as a finished product ready for distribution. Next time you watch a ball sweep across the lane, remember the hidden geometry steering its path. What seems like effortless grace is actually a calculated collision of physics and chemistry happening just beneath the surface. True precision remains invisible, Share your thoughts in the comments below.